Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplastudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiplication fluency. The lessons we're going to cover today are multiplication tables for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Then multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, true or false. Then multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, find the missing factor. And then multiplication tables for 6, 7, 8, and 9. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 3 math. The chapter we are on right now is multiplication fluency. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is multiplication tables for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. So let's just start with the first one, that is 1 times 5. So you must know the multiplication tables now, right? So here we are working on the multiplication tables. If you still haven't done with the tables, start doing one table daily, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. 5 times 4. You need to count a table of 5 until 4, right? So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 4 is 20. Or maybe you know them by the name skip counting. So for the table of 5, you have to skip count by 5, right? Skip counting by 5 or the multiplication table, that is exactly same. So 5 times 4 is 20. Option number 1 is the correct option. 5 times 4 is 20. So that is 20. Got it? The next one is 10 times 2, which is the correct option. You can skip count by 2's until 10, or you can skip count 10 two times, right? So when you skip count 2, skip count 10, that is 10 and 20. When you skip count by 2, you have to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. No, I skipped, missed 14. 14, 16, 18, and 20. You skip counting by 2 10 times, right? So that is 20. The correct option is 20. Got it? Both way, whatever way you can find easy, you can do. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is the alternate if you still not done with the multiplication table, right? 1 times 5 it is. The next one is 1 times 5. Multiplying a number by 1 means the number stays the same. So 1 times 5 is 5. The correct option is 5. 8 times 3, which is the correct option? 8 times 3 is 24. Right, option number 2 is the correct option. 8 times 3 is 24. 10 times 5, which is the correct option? 10 times 5 is 50. It is option number 2 is the correct option. 10 times 5 is 50. The next one is 3 times 4. So which is the correct option? 3 times 4 is, yes, 12. It is option number 2 is the correct option. The next one is 5 times 9, which is the correct option? Five times 9 is 45. So the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. 2 times 2, which is the correct option? That is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is 4 times 8, which is the correct option? 4 times 8 is 32. It is option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 8 is 32. 3 times 2, which is the correct option? That is 3 times 2 is 6, so the correct option is 6. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5, and true or false. I don't have fan here. Is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 7 equals 28. So you have to see if you both sides are exactly equal. You have 5 times 7 equals 28, right? So you have to do 5 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35, and 35 is not equal to 28. So they are not equal. The correct option is false. It is because they are not equal. So then that is false. 35 is not equal to 28, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Is the number sentence true or false? That is 2 times 7 equals 24. You have 2 times 7 is 14, right? So solve this side. So 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 24. Sorry, 2 times 7 is 14. And 14 is equal to 14. So is it true or false? Both sides are exactly equal, right? 14. So both sides are exactly equal. So that is true. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 2 times 1 equals 2. Is it true or false? Solve both sides and see if that is true or false. Both sides are exactly equal, right? 2 times 1 is 2. So, true it is. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Because both sides are equal, so that is true. Is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 5 equals 28. Is it true or false? So you need to solve both sides, right? You have to do 5 times 5, right? 5 times 5 is 25. So both 25 is not equal to 28, right? So then that means this is false. 25 is not equal to 28. So false it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is false. Okay, the next one is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 3 equals 15. 5 times 3 is 15. So when you solve both sides, 5 times 3 is 15 and 15 is equal to 15. So that is, yes, true it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 2 times 9 equals 18. Is it true or false? Yes, true it is. Both sides are exactly equal. 2 times 9 is 18. So option number 1 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 10 times 3 equals 27. Which is the correct option? False it is, right? 10 times 3 is 30 and 30 is not equal to 27. So false it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is false. Is the number sentence true or false? 10 times 8 equals 80. Yes, true it is, right? Both sides are exactly equal. So 10 times 8 is 80 is true. Option number 1 is the correct option. True it is because both sides are exactly equal. Is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 7 equals 28. So which is the correct option? The correct option is false. 5 times 7 is 35, right? So both sides are not equal. That is false. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 2 times 9 equal 20. Two times 9 equals 20. False it is, right? Because 2 times 9 is 18. So they are not equal. False it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 9 equals 54. So which is the correct option? Five times 9 equals 45, not 54. So again, false it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is the number sentence true or false? 10 times 7 is 70. Which is the correct option? Ten times 7 is 70. Option number 1 is the correct option. True it is, right? Both sides are exactly equal. Is the number sentence true or false? 5 times 1 equals 10. The correct option is false it is, right? Because 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 is not equal to 10. So false it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is that is multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10. Find the missing factor. Okay. Fill in the missing number. Two groups of dash equals 8. You need to find the number that when multiplied by 2 makes 8, right? So 2 times what number is 8? That means you need to count the table of 2 until 8, right? So 2 times 4 is 8. That means if you have number of groups are 2 and in each group you have, it is like this. You have two groups and each group have four dots, so you can write as two groups, each group have four dots and together they make 8. Got it? So that is two groups of 4 equals 8. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Here you can have a live chat button. Tutors are available there if you need more help with any of the lesson. But let's just start with the test questions. Fill in the missing number. How many groups of 4 equal 13? So you need to find what number times 4 is 12. You need to count the table of 4 until you have 12. So 4 times what number is 12? The correct option is 4 times 3 is 12. So the correct option is 4 times 3 is 12. So the correct option is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Fill in the missing number. 4 groups of dash equal 20. So which is the correct option? 4 times what number is 20? So which is the correct option? 4 times what number is 20? That is 4 times 5 is 20. You need to count the table of 4 until 20. So 4 times 5 is 20. Yes, very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. Fill in the missing number. How many groups of 3 equals 15? 3 times what number is 15? Which is the correct option? That is 3 times 5 equals 15. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. The next one is fill in the missing number. 3 groups of what equals 6? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 3 times 2 is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 3 times 2 is 6. Fill in the missing number. How many groups of 5 equal 10? Which is the correct option? That is 5 times 2 is 10. The correct option is 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 5 times 2 is 10. Fill in the missing number. 8 groups of dash equals 8. So which is the correct option? Two groups of 4 is 8. So the correct option is 4. Very good. That is the second option. Fill in the missing number. How many groups of 5 equals 25? So which is the correct option? That is 5 times 5 is 25. Option number 2 is the correct option. Fill in the missing number. How many groups of 2 equals 4? Which is the correct option? That is 2 times 2 is 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Fill in the missing number. So which is the correct option? How many groups of 2 equal 10? That is 5 times 2 equal 10. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 5. Fill in the missing number. 3 groups of missing number equal 12. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 3 times 4 is 12. So the correct option is 4. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiplication tables for 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's just start with the lesson. Multiply 3 times 6, which is the correct option. 3 times 6 is 18, right? You need to count a table of 3 until 6, so that is 18. Let's just start with the test questions. That is 6 times 0, which is the correct option. So multiplying the number with a 0 makes it 0. So 6 times 0 is 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Whatever number you are multiplying with 0, the answer is always a 0. So 6 times 0 is 0. 8 times 7 is 8 times 7 is 56. It is option number 1 is the correct option. 9 times 2, which is the correct option. 9 times 2 is 18. Option number 2 is the correct option. Multiply 7 times 6, so which is the correct option? Seven times 6 is 42. Option number 2 is the correct option. Multiply 1 times 8, which is the correct option. That is 1 times 8 is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine times 3, which is the correct option. The correct option is 9 times 3 is 27. Option number 2 is the correct option. 0 times 7, which is the correct option. Which one 6? Can you please write question? For which question you are asking? 0, 6 times 0 is 0. Any number multiplying by 0 is 0. Yes, 0 times 7 is 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Multiply 0 times 8, which is the correct option. That is 8 times 0 is 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. 6 times 4, which is the correct option. That is 6 times 4 is 24. Option number 2 is the correct option. 7 times 7, which is the correct option. Seven times seven is 49. Option number 2 is the correct option. 9 times 5, which is the correct option. 9 times 5 is 45. Option number 1 is the correct option. 9 times 1, which is the correct option. 9 times 1 is 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. 5 times 8, which is the correct option. 5 times 8 is 40. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 3 math. The chapter we were working on is multiplication fluency, and the lessons we have covered today are multiplication tables for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, true or false, multiplication facts for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10, find the missing number, and multiplication tables for 6, 7, 8, and 9. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can please write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the question in the chat box if you have any.